of outrageous words, or for me to speak before an audience of parents, and by speaking bore them. To die, to speak, or just to be lynched by my classmates for mentioning Hamlet so soon after the heartache, the trauma of the written exams. I would like to thank the teachers for their dedication and patience. I would also like to thank them for not kicking me out of class or killing me for slacking off once in a while. Instead, they guided me through my problems, pushing for me to achieve what I was capable of achieving. They are amazing teachers, and that is something that everyone agrees upon. So, this chapter of the journey is at its end. I remembered the first day of class. Although few may believe me, I was afraid I wouldn't fit in. I think I didn't really understand what the section truly was. Nobody fits in. What I mean is that everyone was the same as I was. Everyone was anxious, different, and secretly wished to find friends they had never had yet. Nobody fit in because there was nothing to fit into. Our differences brought us together, of course, and after a while, we found similarities in addition to those differences. I think we all had some surprising discoveries. Jérôme had a short-lived enthusiasm about taking the tram every morning. Now, he stares sadly out the window, dreaming of a tramless morning. In fact, he wrote a letter to the town. Please stop everything. Signed, Jérôme. I was also surprised that our dear British friends had southern French accents from Carcassonne and Pézenas. It was quite disconcerting to have a beautiful English accent turned to a 50-year-old Marseillais fisher. But after a while, we got used to this dynamic. Even so, we never lost sight of the luck that we had to be in this class. Now, I'm not talking about the beauties of finishing at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. Rather, those of being surrounded by smart people who have points of view and enjoy debating, people who are hungry for knowledge and eager to learn. By the way, I would like to address my sincerest apologies to every member of the international section for our debates. I have to learn how to shut up, I know.
Better late than never.
Which isn't the best start to that, but please bear with me, I'll make it quick. I've never been a very emotional person, although to my great pleasure, Luna has finally admitted that I'm human, which is a small step for humanity and a great step for humility. I do want to let the class know, however, I'm grateful to have shared these last years with you. I hope you all feel the same way. I, for one, have found the possibility to intellectual friendship. Now, this may not seem like that important. After all, others have found brothers, sisters, lovers, and best friends. This was something incredible for me. I don't mean intellectual friendship in a cold way. On the contrary, our friendship is intellectual in addition to organic, emotional, and artistic. I have made close friends during the last couple of years, to whom I hope to speak the rest of my life, although I'm 26-page letters. Speaking of which, let's turn to the future. After all, even though we are graduating, the section will stay with us. It has changed us and made us better people. These teachers really more magicians than teachers. Work their best. You'll have to take my word for it. I won't ask my parents to confirm. The section isn't only something of the present and of the past. It is also a part of our future. After we all get the bac mention très bien, which of course we all will. After we take off these blue robes, oh so comfy, and put on boring summer shorts, we will walk out of this Thanksgiving palace and start our lives as graduates. How is the world doing outside these four walls? Half the planet is at war. Artificial intelligence, neuro and nanoscience are knocking on the doors of ethical limits. The Arctic ice is melting irreversibly, climate change is worsening, inequalities are rising, and perhaps worst of all, Jeb Bush, George Bush's brother, is running for president. Now, this may seem quite horrible, apocalyptic even. Believes that their generation is the worst. from the disillusioned romantic poets to the not-so-poetic teenagers and dazed and confused. I don't agree. I think that we're going to live in an extraordinary moment of history, a shifting point. I believe that the action in our humanity. One thing we won't be able to complain about is existential boredom. That's for sure. Or at least, not my classmates and I. After growing at your sides for 3 years, I can say that I have faith in the idea that, as bad as the legacy may be today, the next generation will inherit a better world than 20 flat-headed nerds in long, luscious blue robes.